Hello and welcome to a redstone video. 15 or was it 14? I can't remember. 14 or 15 contraptions and circuits. First of all, we have the NOT gate. Very simple. It's just a repeater or redstone dust running into a block with a redstone torch on it, which then depowers the redstone torch. A NOT gate functions by when a signal is sent in, it's off, and while there is no signal, it is on. There's a repeater clock. The maximum speed a repeater clock can actually be at that. There is no faster repeater clock. This is the absolute limit to how quickly a repeater clock can be. So to really demonstrate how quick this thing is, look at that. This piston, just to demonstrate how quick it is, it's this. It's that fast. So this is the absolute fastest repeater clock you can make. This is a comparator clock. I don't know if there's better designs. This is the only one I could find that actually worked. It has an advantage to the other clocks. It's actually toggleable. You can turn it on or off by sending a power into it where it will stop and be activated, and when you turn the power off, it will continue doing its clocky stuff. The way it works is running a repeater with a 1 redstone dust difference into a comparator which is on subtraction mode, so that the signal that comes from here is subtracted by the amount this signal is worth, so that when it goes in, it will turn it. So when it goes in here and around here, it goes. So it uses this around here. This is just to focus it. I believe it turns off here, which is why. So there you go. That is a comparator clock. Next is a 45 block hopper clock. This uses a hopper, or 2 hoppers going into each other, and 2 regular pistons pushing a redstone block from each hopper. Now, the way this works is this then sends when this reaches a certain amount, this will send a signal that is strong enough to get somewhere from that block. This will reach a signal point where this signal is strong enough. When a signal from this is strong enough to power this piston, which then swaps it to the other side where it will then continue. The way you get the signal from here is actually pretty obvious, to be honest. It uses a simple circuit, something like this, to send the signal off. Now this is a choosy hopper clock, I'm going to call it. The way this works is you have 2 hoppers on the sides, which are stacked with blocks. This is a 63 block hopper clock, I believe, which is stacked with blocks. And the way this works, you have a comparator on comprehension mode. So if the signal from this comparator is equal, or if the signal from this comparator is stronger, this will not power. But if it is equal or weaker, this will power, I believe. So it uses the same concept as the other hopper clock for everything else. Next is an XOR Gate, which is simply this. If this one or this one are powered, well, it's actually this, I suppose. If this one or the other one are powered, it powers the piston. But if neither are powered, it will not power the piston. It's simply that. Now, where did I put the lever? As a demonstration, it does this. So, both active, piston is active. 1 active, piston's active. Neither active, piston's on. This is an XOR gate. If one of the pistons, if one of these is powered, it sends a signal. Now, as a demonstration here, it's currently sending a signal that direction, powering this piston, but not this direction because one of them is on. So if one of them is on, it sends a signal like this, like that. But if both of them are on, no signal. And here you are. And this one now on. So it's if both are off, it's also off. It uses a really odd game mechanic where if you bend redstone dust like this, instead like this, like right now the piston is powered, but if you bend redstone dust, then update the block, it realizes it's not powered because the redstone dust is not actually turned in that direction. It uses that because these target blocks do exactly that. It bends the redstone. So currently this is not being powered. So yes. It also incorporates a simple circuit where you use a power to power this block. This block is currently powered by this repeater, which is why this is powered. So there you go. Next is a AND gate. This is just 3 NOT gates. The only effective way I found to build it, well, the only actual way I found to build it is 3 NOT gates. NOT gate 1, NOT gate 2, NOT gate 3. The way it works is when you click this one, it's still not on because this one is still depowering this. But when you click both of them, they're both depowered, causing this to power, causing a note block to send. What I mean by 3 NOT gates is, NOT gate 1 is the fact this is off, so this is sending a signal. NOT gate, same thing. And this has gotten a signal into it, so it's off. So it's just 3 NOT gates. Next is a pretty simple thing. It's a toggleable repeater clock. You use a system where you pull a block up and down so that it can send a signal through the block or not. This is how you activate it. It sends a signal, and if you then click this, it will continuously send a signal around and around. The only good place to extract the signal from is here, but that does not really matter. So, off, doesn't send it, because when you click it, it doesn't send. But here, and then you click this again, on. Next one is a double piston extender. This is very simple. 1 tick, a 2 tick, 4 tick, and a 1 tick, where it does this. Very quick, very simple. Next is a 3 piston extender. This is much more complicated. It uses a very simple concept, the same thing as the other one, where you use 2 tick, 3 tick, 1 tick. Well, it's similar to the other one, except you do it the actual way you think you would. 1 tick, 2 tick, and 3 tick, and then there's 4 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, 4 tick, 2 tick, 4 tick, 4 tick, 4 tick, 4 tick, 4 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick, 4 tick. So like this. There you go. Pretty slow, but it works. This is an 8 signal torch clock. It sends 8 pulses. As you can see, if I throw in 8 items, like these target blocks, that is 8 items. If I put in 9 items, 8 should be thrown out. Yep, 8 were thrown out, and only 8. So it is an 8 pulse torch clock. The way you reactivate it is simply by updating this, because it's actually supposed to be on here. It's just cancelled itself out. So when it gets updated, it realizes it should be activated. So then it outputs the 8 again and then cancels itself. This is an infinite torch clock. where 8 tick on every single side infinitely. This is toggleable. If you send a signal to this redstone dust, it will turn off. And it's built like that. Now, there is next this one. This one is a 2-piston upward extender. This actually has purpose. It can be used sometimes for secret bases or things. So, this is this. This one's pretty complicated compared to the other one, but still quite simple. Button, redstone line running up to here, redstone line with 2 tick delay here. Similar concept as the other one. 4 tick, 4 tick, 4 tick, 4 tick, 4 tick. I think you can change the timing to make it a bit quicker, but I haven't found out how. So, there you go. That's how it works. And bird's eye view is like this. There you go. Next is the Piston Tape. It is a pretty simple thing. It uses your repeater clock. It uses a toggleable repeater clock. So you flick this. This means that a signal can now be sent through this. And then you hit this, the toggle. And you see this is now sending, while spinning, I should say, the blocks round and around. Click this. And if you only want one spin, you can actually click this and it spins every block around once. Now the way it works is you have 3 blocks missing from this tape and only one of the corner blocks is actually in. That is what I have done. I think you can change it a bit to make a couple more corner blocks go in. But this is simply the design I have. So here it is. Uses 4 regular pistons. And it uses a torch clock to power this piston, which pushes that. It also uses your 4 regular pistons. One, like, facing like that. 2, 3. And then 4th. And the button is here, next to this one. This is a 3 tick, 1 tick, 2 tick, and a 3 tick. I don't know why there's a 3 tick. No, sorry, this is a 1 tick. So there you go. That's the feed tape, and then the last 2 are the very simple ones, but these can be incorporated in almost any build. It is a very simple idea. It's simply that you use a torch, send a signal into this block, which can then be sent through to do this. This is a toggleable line through a switch. This can be used in combination locks and other things. It's got almost no end to its usefulness. Now this is one where you have to power it for it to send the signal through. Here's one where you have to unpower it for the signal to go through, but powering it stops the signal going through. And that, I believe, is the final one. So please like and subscribe. I hope you found this helpful. And write a comment saying if you found it helpful. Bye!